Hi, my name is Urs Wiesendong. I'm a record producer from Switzerland, and I'm supposed to talk about a song I just recently finished and produced for Olivia Gray. She's a household name in Switzerland, great songwriter and singer, and I had the pleasure to work with her a couple of times in my life, but especially recently, this was a very, very fun project to do. She called me up, Olivia, about maybe a year ago, that she had written a song in 1979 for Telly Savalas, the great late Telly Savalas. Some of you might remember him as an actor from Kojak, the series. And he also sang. So he had a little bit of a singing career. And she said, you know, Urs, I got that song. I've wrote that song for Telly Savalas. And we actually recorded it, I believe it was in London in 1979. And for some reason, the studio after the recording session caught fire and parts of the studio burned down. And of course, therefore, the tapes were lost. So I believe some of the publishers in England called Olivia and said, well, we still have some tapes in our vault and we would like to get rid of them. You want me to send them to you? And there's a production called Put Your Head Down Tonight with Telly Savalas. And she freaked out, of course. She said, well, that's the tape we were looking for so many years, right? Apparently they found a tape with a handwritten note called Slave. So when you find a tape with Slave on it, that could mean anything. That could mean it's a slave from the original, it could be a safety copy of the original, whatever. And Olivia said, well, send it to us and we'll check it out, right? So she brought it over to the studio and we checked it out. And what we found was a vocal performance, isolated vocal performance by Telly Savalas. And at the end of the tape, there were some sketches of drums and bass isolated for some reason, which is really weird for back in the day. But I think they just mixed down the drums. So that's probably why they called it Slave. So Olivia and I were sitting down and we're listening to these tapes, and she said, Urs, so what can you do with it? Is there anything you can do with it? And said, well, I can try, right? So we had to doctor it up a little bit to make it sound perfect. I mean, there was a lot of hiss on the recording, and probably the tapes didn't play back for many, many years. But with Isotope and all these great plugins these days, we're able to actually re-engineer the vocal to a point that it sounded really, really good. So what I've done, I've actually locked myself into the studio for 1 week and figured out a game plan how to give this song a rebirth, and with all the files we had. So basically what I had part of the drums, I had part of the bass, and I had the entire vocal of Telly Savalas and some background vocals. That's all I had. So I figured out a way to loop the stuff and bring it into a timeline in Digital Performer so I can create or recreate the entire arrangement. So after I've outlined the song, I brought in some studio players who actually replay the bass and guitars. I put some Wurlitzer and pianos down and some Mellotron stuff, and I always was working around the original vocal of Telly Savalas. And like in the middle of the production, it was probably 2 weeks in, I had the idea, why not do it a duet with Olivia Gray and Telly Savalas? And since Olivia actually recut the song in '81 for her own purpose and brought out a single, we still had a vocal of hers. It wasn't quite the same tempo, but I tried to do my magic and brought them together, you know, Telly Savalas and Olivia Gray. And after 2-3 weeks of working hard, the production actually came together, and it's now a duet with Telly Savalas and Olivia Gray, which is really fun. And for me, the most challenging part is to make it sound believable as it would have been in 1979. So it shouldn't be overproduced, it shouldn't be underproduced. It should sound like right the sweet spot in that era of music, which is right before the 80s. It's a real challenge. It was a fun project for me to do, and I hope you like it. You can check it out on Spotify. It's called Put Your Head Down Tonight, Olivia Gray and Telly Savalas.
No need to hide the tears on my pillow. I've seen the pain in your eyes.